Good morning, dear children. Hope you all are doing great. Children, in this video, this time I have taken a grammar concept that is active and passive voice. So let's study voice with the help of the definitions and examples. Voice. A transitive verb has two voices, the active voice and the passive voice. A verb is said to be in the active voice when the subject is active, that is, performs an action. It is said to be in the passive voice when the subject is passive. Let's study the active voice with the help of examples. Monkeys adore bananas. The cashier counted the money. The dog chased the squirrel. Children, so in all these three sentences, the sentence construction is subject, verb, and object. The subject, monkeys perform the action described by adore. And in the second sentence, the cashier performs the action described by counted. And in the third subject, the dog performs the action described by chased. Now the passive voice. It is said to be in the passive voice when the subject is passive. It simply receives the action. The passive voice of the verb is made by adding its past participle to some form of the verb be. Let's study it more with the help of examples. Bananas are adored by monkeys. The money was counted by the cashier. The squirrel was chased by the dog. Monkeys adore bananas and bananas are adored by monkeys. The active sentence consists of monkeys, the subject, plus adore, the verb, plus bananas, the object. But in the passive voice, bananas, that is the object, plus are adored, a form of to be plus the verb participle by the monkeys. Let's do it easier with the help of this figure. In this sentence, the sentence construction is subject, verb, object. This is the construction of active voice. Subject, verb, object. The subject is the dog, verb is chased, and object is the cat. And when we are to change this active sentence into passive, the object, the cat, will become the subject and the subject, the dog, will become the object, and it will be framed with the help of past participle followed by was. Children, through this figure, let's study the key points when we are to change the active voice into passive. The first is the subject becomes the object, then object becomes the subject, and the very important point, tense remains the same. Only form of the verb changes. We use third form of the verb in passive voice. Preposition by is written just before an object. We use being with continuous tense and we use been with perfect tense. So let's study the table showing the passive voice. In simple present tense, the passive form sentences in the is, am, are plus third form of the verb. Then in present continuous, it is, am, are plus being plus third form of the verb. In present perfect, has, have plus been plus third form of the verb. In simple past, it is was, were plus third form of the verb. In past continuous, it is was, were plus being plus third form of the verb. In past perfect, it is had plus been plus third form of the verb. In simple future, we use will, shall plus be plus third form of the verb, and we never change the tense of passive voice of the future continuous sentence. Future perfect will plus shall have been plus third form of the verb. Now, let's do the passive voice of one single sentence of different tenses. The sentence is I write a letter. In passive voice, it will become a letter is written by me. And in all the tenses, let's study it together. I write a letter is written by me. I am writing a letter is being written by me. I wrote a letter was written by me. I was writing a letter was being written by me. I have written a letter has been written by me. I had written a letter had been written by me. I will write a letter will be written by me. I am going to write a letter is going to be written by me. I must write a letter must be written by me. I should have written a letter should have been written by me. So here is another table of showing how an active voice changes into the passive voice. You can go through this table. It will simply tell you that the object in the active voice becomes a subject in the passive voice. The subject in the active voice becomes a object in the passive voice. The passive voice of the verb is made by adding its past participle to some form of the verb to be, that it can be is, am, are, was, were, been, and being. So let's see more examples. Active voice. She does not cook the food. The food is not cooked by her. Peter gave me flowers on my birthday. I was given flowers by Peter on my birthday. You are waiting for your friend. Your friend is being waited for you. The children have broken the window pane. The window pane has been broken by the children. I shall have sold my car. My car will have been sold by me. Children, I hope you have studied voice with the help of these tables, and in the next slide I have few more sentences for you all to do the practice. You can go through the rules again, you can go through the table again, and with the help of these rules and table, do solve all these sentences. Thank you so much.